Hey, what it does, everybody. I'm Nate, the producing producer, and today we're going to be going over problems with press releases. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a producer, a writer, a journalist, anchor, you're going to have to deal with these things. They come from everywhere from government agencies, police departments, sheriff's offices, nonprofits, for profit businesses, and they're all written at different qualities. They're all written by different people. It's just something you're going to have to deal with, and you have to break it down to get it ready for your broadcast in your own way that makes sense for your audience. So today we're going to tackle that. Let's get on into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up a new line. Not like that. First thing you're going to do is come in here and you open up a new line in your rundown. Let's call it officer involved shooting. We don't have any video for that, so we're going to make that a CG. Come over here, because first letter of your anchor that's going to be doing that. And then whatever cam shot we're going to do, we're going to make this, it's called a dazzle. We'll leave this blank for now. We'll come back to that in a little bit, and that's all we got to do on this side. To open up that new line, you just double click on that. It pops right up for you. Go ahead, we're going to tell it what we want it to do. It's going to be a dazzle cam for our anchor. Go ahead and get our little shortcuts in here now. Probably take 2 CGs. We're going to come back out to a dazzle because we have a lot more doing on this. We open up our press release and we go from there. After reading through the press release, and because this is a breaking news story, we're going to get rid of this right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it it's called a sting, a little graphic that pops up to let you know that this is in fact breaking news. So what we're going to do is just type in something simple. Because we're in the morning show, it's breaking news this morning, ... Whether you're aspiring to be a news producer, a journalist, or an anchor, I always recommend you writing it out in a Word document or some other program for that. So that way you can check for your spelling mistakes and your grammar errors before putting it in your rundown. So you don't have to go back and double check that. You've already double checked it and it's ready to go. I've already got it copied. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. Decided to go with only one graphic, as you can see, and that's because the sheriff's office didn't have a whole lot of information to give us in the press release, as you already saw. So we just take what we do know. We're not allowed to make any guesses or assumptions, and we make it the best that we can possibly make it. When you're writing stories based on press releases, you have to be really careful in how you word your story. You also have to do your own due diligence. This particular one was written off of a Facebook post that came from McKenzie County Sheriff's Office. Now, those are official communications. We are allowed to use those. And doing my own due diligence, like I just said, I called and left a message with the Sheriff's Office, and I'm hoping to hear back to get as many other details as I can to include in this story. Now, whether they do or they don't is up to them, but I know that my story is good to go with the information that we have. So when I hear back and get an update, I'll update the story when new information becomes available. And that's what you got to do. You got to be patient with the details, especially in officer-involved shootings, because there's so many moving parts going on. There's so many little things that they need to figure out and investigate on their own before they come to us with it. Because when we put it out to the public, then it's now public knowledge. And they know that, so they are as careful with that as they possibly can before coming back to us. All right, so once you have your rundown ready to go, when it's printed up, we're going to head on downstairs to the booth and let's make some magic happen. Okay, right now we're down in the booth. We got a little while before the crew actually starts showing up. What I do is I get my rundown pulled up on my monitor down here. I have the prompter ready to go in the queue, and I also print up a paper version of the rundown, so that way we can put them on each of the cameras and have one on each of the desks for my anchor and my weatherman, so that way everyone stays on the same page. That's the mark of a good producer, is your crew does as little as possible pre-show. Now granted, yes, they do have some work that they do need to do. They got to go through the rundown themselves and familiarize themselves with it. But everything's set to go as much as you possibly can do until they get here. And when they get here, there is no way of knowing how that conversation is going to go. Saban, can you hear me? Guess not. It's really good when your anchors figure out that they can use their own equipment. Oh, this is cool, man. I can't hear you talking. This is amazing.
What?
Saban, I can't hear you talking. I love this day. It's not like iPads never had a keyboard or attachment.
I'm not versed enough in theater to out-theater the theater kids.
Well, no, you don't need to out-theater the theater kids. You need to out-theater Amber and Jeff.
True.
I like to make them look like idiots.
Well, that's not too hard sometimes.
That's me. But
Just remember, everything you change on an iPad, Apple owns it. All right, everyone, that's going to do it all for today. I am the producing producer, and go on down and click on that subscribe button and make sure to leave a comment on what you would want the subscribe button to cook you for your birthday dinner. That's going to do it all for now. Peace out.